Rory Green is Chief China Economist at the independent investment research firm TS Lombard. Hi, Rory. So what does this mean in practical terms for China's private sector? I know it's a massive law, but if you could boil it down to the practical difference it might make for these companies.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. And the main aim really is to level the playing field between the private and state sector in China. That's to provide regulatory stability and to protect private firms, to ensure fair payments, fair market access. And as your report was saying, a big factor aligning with China's longer-term strategy is to encourage tech innovation and investment. So really a smorgasbord of targets, but primarily boosting confidence, ensuring fair treatment, and that longer-term tech goal as well.
So there are 57 million, that's an astonishing number of private enterprises in China. They make up more than 92% of all businesses in the country. So in that context, what does levelling the playing fields actually look like?
Yeah, it's a huge part of the Chinese economy. As you say, 92% of all businesses, 80% of employment, 60% of GDP, roughly 70% of all tech innovation. So, yeah, a massive part of the economy. And if Beijing is successful in levelling the playing field in terms of market access, speed of payments, legal protection, increasing confidence, this could have a very powerful contribution to growth. And it's not something that can happen overnight or happen very easily, but it is an encouraging step that will impact a big chunk of the Chinese economy.
Will this law in any way help protect the private sector in China from the impact of US tariffs? Because let's face it, it's shaking up everything, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is. It's definitely going to help at the margin, initially via a confidence impact. And while the SMEs in particular judge the effect of this policy, it could help a nascent revival in animal spirits, especially if we unlock some of the payment blockages that have been happening at a very local and SOE level. But beyond this, in addition to private sector support and reform, I think we're going to need to see some fiscal stimulus as well to help offset that trade hit that is certainly coming.
What message is Beijing sending to domestic entrepreneurs but also to international investors with this law?
Yeah, it's a very simple message, one that Beijing has been pushing very clearly for a number of months, and that is we are back in business, we care about growth, we care about the market, regulatory crackdowns are over, and it's a good time and a safe time to invest in China. And that message is front and centre and very clear in policy messaging so far.
All right, thank you so much for chatting to us. Rory Green is Chief China Economist at the research firm TS Lombard.